Well, as the leader pointed out, we have now seen President Biden's budget, which, as he indicated, is a statement of his priorities, which should be concerning to every American, because while Americans across this country are very concerned about rising prices, about inflation, the president's main priority seems to be historic tax increases. And in fact, as the leader pointed out, they're proposing a 4% increase in national security at a time when we're facing threats all around the globe. And yet they are increasing domestic spending 14% overall, but 18% for the Internal Revenue Service. They get an 18% increase, and maybe it's because they're going to need all the extra personnel to collect all the new taxes this administration is proposing. But is it completely out of step with what matters to the American people right now. And another area that doesn't receive any support within this budget is the ongoing crisis at the border, either on the humanitarian side or the national security side. In fact, not only does the Biden administration not address those issues and support the Department of Homeland Security, but it goes so far as suggesting, and they're reporting on this in the last few weeks, that they're going to end Title 42, which is a provision in the law that at least allows our border officials to somewhat control the flow across the border, particularly as it pertains to the pandemic. And the administration is completely at a loss when it comes to doing anything about the border. And even their own Democrats here in the Senate, the two Democrat senators from Arizona, have said, please, please don't repeal Title 42. They have no plan in place to deal with what is already a disaster, but if the expectations come to fruition when they repeal Title 42, would be a catastrophe in terms of the humanitarian crisis that it would create at our southern border. The president's budget doesn't address the issues that are most important to the American people. And I sincerely hope that as the American people listen to the discussion about the president's budget and the issues that are important to them, that they will weigh in, and that this administration will get the message loudly and clearly that on an economic level, on the border, on what's happening in our cities with respect to crime, they are completely out of touch, not only with the American people, but with reality.